I have that stupid song stuck in my head.
I'm tired of what you boys.
I'm tired. Do you know if I hear
every
Don't
single
Rush, Bob Daddy, if I hear
Can
these two
die.
songs, I will slap somebody.
I swear I don't even know what who sang the song.
Well, some boys, some UK boys, 2019. Like, the song came out last year.
Wait, what? Talking about what?
Don't Rush.
Huh?
Don't Rush.
It's like,
What are you rushing for?
The challenge.
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't know who sang the song.
John said, what are you wishing
Oh
for?
yeah, who sang that song?
Some UK boys. So I think it's a group.
The next challenge I see, I'm going to just
Slap
block it.
somebody. Just, I'll block the next person that
What?
challenges me.
Someone's phone is doing. Not mine. It's behind y'all. What song was that? Oh, was that one?
I can make you phone time.
So I was to go. Don't rush.
Huh?
Don't rush what?
Don't Rush is a challenge.
Yeah.
You see the
No,
ones with the
that's the word.
girls
He's playing with you.
So I think the words, how the words go.
Oh, all I know is Don't Rush. Literally, that's all I know
anything
is
about the
the
song. It's just that challenge.
And then
The
there's
intro to that song is fire.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I'll
all
give
these
that.
challenges. It's the intro.
Social distance.
And then there's Bob Daddy. That's foul. So I know that
Just
one.
say the point is fine.
It's fine right there?
Yeah.
Bob Daddy, keep the girls, keep the club banging or something like
I
that.
think if you should cough, I can block all of you.
Fuck that. It's just blood. No.
I think keeps the club banging.
Oh.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
It's just the height of boredom, you know? She, you're really
Alright,
bored.
so,
See an icky internet.
hey, if you guys are watching, don't forget you can chat with us. You can ask us questions. If you're on Instagram, go ahead and click the link at the bottom. It's pinned to the chat. Just go ahead and click on that link and go to YouTube so you can be interactive as well. We're doing our best to be socially distant. So it doesn't look that way on the camera because I saw a few comments. It doesn't look that way on the camera, but right where we're at, we had an arm's length, so we can't touch each other's arms when we stretch our hands out. I hope that makes sense, because I saw a comment from somebody saying we need to be socially distant. So we can't really touch each other this way. We're at an arm's length from each other. So we're really far away from each other. It doesn't look that way on the camera, like I said. It looks like we're close, but we're not close. We literally have a lot of room, you know, between ourselves. But we're going to wait for more people to come on the chat before we go ahead and start talking. Like we said, go ahead and ask us questions. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. We'll answer your questions. Feel free to contribute from through the chat. But yeah, man, we'll just go ahead and talk and have a good conversation. We'll probably do this for an hour or so. But yeah, welcome. We're just gonna have a conversation.
Hi.
Hello.
If anybody goes out of position, feel free to say something so they can go back to their position, because we have to be on one spot,
Yeah.
socially distant.
Social
This is my
distance.
girlfriend's
Hey, so also make sure you share the links with your friends and all that, and we'll go ahead and start. So,
Take sure let's wait.
no, let's not. Let's just go ahead. We'll just go ahead and keep going, and then we'll go from there.
What's happening?
Never mind. I made know that comment. Hey, we had arm's length, so we're good.
Try our best here.
Anyway, so the other day I saw something on somebody posted something on social media, and they were like, if they were like, you know, they were trying to get around the fact that people were now saying it's okay to have a best friend of the opposite sex, all of that type of stuff. So I was like, okay, cool, you can have a best friend of the opposite sex, but this person was like, you take it a step too far if you like to hold hands with your best friend, or you say, oh, this person is your best friend, and you're walking down the street and you're holding hands. So it was like, so it brings up the question. The first thing is it okay to have a best friend of the opposite sex? And also to take it a step further, fine, I agree with you, that's your best friend, that's somebody you've known from childhood, blah, 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 blah. But when you start holding hands in public, when you start doing all this extra, you're rubbing shit in my face, I'm not about that life.
Stories that touch.
So personally for me, you got a best friend of the opposite sex, but yeah, don't hold hands in my face. Not even in my face. Shit, don't hold hands in public.
Why are you holding hands?
What's wrong
coronavirus, first of all.
No,
Like,
let's keep coronavirus out there. Not holding it.
I don't know, man. For me, I feel like there's nothing wrong with having a best friend of the opposite sex, but everyone has to just respect themselves. And I feel like, especially with girls, we tend to do the most. I know, well, let me not generalize, but most girls do the most. And I know for a fact that some girls like to have that control or that hold over the guy, even after he's been married or after he's in a relationship or something like that. So these girls, and I'm like, hey, he's my best friend. They'll be coming at 2 a.m. Oh, my generator is not
my best friend is there.
Like, girls don't know how to keep boundaries. Like, they still want to have that control over the guy.
I mean, they're actually saying this.
I'm
she's saying girls don't have sex.
Hey, Jimmy has started. That's what I said. All I'm saying is, girls can be sneaky. Girls sometimes, like, we can be sneaky sometimes. I won't lie. I personally wouldn't do it, but I know that I've seen situations where girls can be messy.
So if you see that type of stuff, do you put your friend to the side and be like, yo, what you doing is fun?
Like if my husband or my boyfriend has a girl best friend, or if my friend
if your friend.
Oh definitely. Stop being shady, because you don't want someone to do that to you. And then, but same thing with guys. Guys, they're not as sneaky because guys will beat their time. They can be comfortable sleeping in the friend zone, blanket and all. And then when the girl will now come to be crying, that's when now come and shoot their shot, rub her shoulder, and say, oh, I thought you wanted this.
Hold on. So you're trying to tell me girls don't do that? You see opportunity flagging now?
No. We have pride. Girls, we're afraid of rejection, so we'll not go in. We'll wait for the guy. They'll throw hints here and there, but most girls, again, I say most girls, I'm not trying to generalize, before people eat me. But like most girls won't shoot their shot initially. Maybe now, in 2020, girls we're now being upfront and we're taking 2020 and what we want. But generally speaking, I feel like girls won't be out there. But guys, they'll blanket, snuggie and all, providing shoulder for the
No, because like I said, you see opportunity, you should take opportunity.
I think it's like
opportunity comes once but cannot be regained. I mean, how did they say it?
Opportunity not just but once or something like that.
For me, it's like, first of all, I actually don't mind. So far, you know what's up. The rules are the rules. That is your best friend.
Okay.
I am your boyfriend. The little distinction, it should be very clear.
Yeah.
The boundary should be very clear. It's all about trust.
Of course.
So if I trust you that you can have the best friends you want, before I know that you're not going to do anything, no wala.
Yeah, true.
But you see, it's kind of different if it's a girl that has the guy best friend, because as you say, girls are sneaky. See, guys, we're also alpha. We like forming, I want to form on the alpha male,
Okay.
So some guys too, not all guys, but some guys too, well, that's my BFF, like to take their own chance.
Wait, so you're saying
what he's saying is right. Everybody's going to shoot their shots.
So you're saying if your girl has a guy best friend, okay?
Yeah. So the best scenario is, to me, if you could have a situation where your best friend is not the opposite sex, that's fine. Like what happens to the other girls that what are your other friends? You cannot pick one. You have to go and pick guy. Are you all these other friends that you have?
No.
What of them? That you go to the club? What's that one that you go? But you want to pick a guy, you have to, especially you have to be very strict with it. Guys, we are not very emotional, but when we get jealous, man,
everyone needs to
What
have
are the
boundaries.
boundaries, though?
Yeah.
What is it?
Like, what are the boundaries?
I mean, okay, you're friends.
My own boundary. You're fine. You can have a male best friend. That's cool. But all that holding hands in public is not necessary.
That is
Even that. To be honest, I'm just saying for me, holding hands in public, I don't want none of that.
Holding hands
And also, here's my thing. No, some people do. Some people hold hands. Yeah. But the major thing I think for me is, people have best friends, like they say, oh, before we got married or before I knew you, I've been knowing this person, right? And then they always talk every time they talk. But my thing is, that's cool. But after we marry, I don't want late night conversations, all those type of things. Don't like, and also some people, when they have an issue, they run to their best friend. After we marry, I'm not your best friend, so you can talk to me.
But there's certain things that you can talk to your friend that you can't tell your spouse or significant other.
If it's a same sex best friend, I see that part. But if it's a opposite sex best friend, I kind of have an issue with
I
that.
feel like it's good to have like a male perspective of it.
Not about
like,
stuff that's personal.
okay, so like what's personal? For me, I think when you're like
Anything
bent.
physical.
Okay, oh.
Anything I do in the bed, you cannot be talking
So
about.
like telling him like what? Oh, he bent me over and I didn't like.
None of that.
What?
Like literally
we had
zero-
sex and I didn't like.
Zero information. Like
Okay.
we went to sleep.
Okay.
Like I
Okay,
went to
that's
sleep
understandable.
yesterday.
Okay.
I went to sleep at my
fine.
boyfriend's house. Finished.
Okay.
Like I don't need
Okay,
you
that's
adding any details because then you are, you know, you ask me, oh, we slept on the couch. Oh, what did we do on the couch? You know, one question I ask the second, two, three. There's none of that, yo. The rules are like you're my friend. You know, if you guys are really friends, even your friend, you don't want to that any kind of situation like that.
Yeah, I feel like your best friend should also be like when you're in a relationship with someone, like you should also hold that best friend accountable. Like, okay, listen, my guy
so,
doesn't
so,
like
so
that.
Jennifer's asking, she's like, so is it okay to hold hands with your best friend when you're not in a relationship? So, I mean,
Yes,
I feel like holding hands.
Hug
I
around.
feel like when you're walking into the club and you're going
What's-
out. Okay, if my boyfriend was a guy now,
That
so
sounds
walking
like
to the
a
club together, like
relationship.
holding my hand. I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah.
But another thing, you know, if you're standing and his hand is rubbing my waist or my bum bum, my hand.
Okay,
let's
that
take
one
it a
is
step
not
further.
holding hands.
Let's take it a step further.
Okay,
What about being friends or remaining friends with an ex?
Yeah.
How okay.
It depends on the ex.
It's like depends.
I think it depends on
agree,
how we
depends.
If the person is a bastard,
Bastard is relative now. So,
we're not age restricted, are we?
Yeah,
I feel it.
So if the person is a bastard, obviously call the person off.
yeah,
But the person is someone that you guys just didn't work out,
yeah.
and then like the person is still a good person. Why?
so like you're okay with your girlfriend or your wife being best friends
No.
or really close?
No, please quote me.
I'm
I did not say really close.
Right,
Not best friends. You can still be, you know, cool with your ex.
So what's cool? Like
Hey,
going out
Papa,
to dinner.
how you doing?
lunch.
Stay alive.
No,
Okay,
not that.
bye bye.
So birthdays and milestones.
No. What's that one?
Not
Ah,
that.
so what's cool then?
You just walk in my head and stuff like that.
I'm just checking on you to see you're alive.
So you check when birthdays.
I mean, you can pick one, but not all.
Jesus Christ.
This person,
No, because
hey,
I'm-
check this out. This person says, Sharifat Brahma says, there's nothing wrong with staying friends with an ex. I am friends with most of my exes
Me too.
because the breakup was always a mutual decision. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
wait. Ask her, is she in a relationship right now and she's still friends with her ex?
Yeah, Sharifa,
She can hear you.
What's
She
your-
said she talks from time to time, but they don't hang out.
Yeah.
So I think
But check your
objectively,
alive.
they might still be like the breakup
you alive?
was mutual.
okay.
I was the
But
mother.
for me though, even though the breakup was mutual, I never take it out of my way. I never go out of my
Yeah.
way to be like, yo, what's up? If I post something on Instagram and they like it, I just double tap, we're moving forward. They don't
Well.
like it.
Well.
Or if they wish me happy birthday, I'll be like, thank you, keep it moving.
Okay. So what if there's a situation where one person thinks it's cool, but the other person doesn't think it's cool?
Then it's not cool.
Here's the thing.
Then it's not cool. I'm sorry, it's not cool.
I mean, what if you guys are
You're
still in the
forcing
same
it.
circle?
Wait, what?
You guys are still in the same circle of
No,
friends,
that's different.
and you can't
That's
like.
like, okay, if you're still in the same circle of friends, then you guys still like kind of have to see each other, and the person is a bastard.
The person just acting like a complete.
person is a
just
bastard.
mad.
I give you the right to tell the person to fuck off.
Jimmy, I'll give it for you right now.
No, because this is a bastard.
You made sense.
It wouldn't even matter who is around them. Like you guys, everybody in the room knows what's up.
That's
So,
right.
and if you were the one that got played, that's why the person is a bastard. Hence,
Let's move to
Very
the
bad.
next question. So
Okay.
Stella asked the question as soon as we started. She was like, "Would you?" She's asking the guys not actually, but you
Okay.
can answer it too. But we'll go first.
Stella,
She said, "Would you move to a different location, to a new state or maybe country for your spouse?" So basically, we both work in Houston, and then she gets a big job or big great job somewhere in, I don't know.
And Google, no directors.
So it's like,
Guys.
would we up and leave and go start a new life?
I mean, if this is a long-term relationship, I don't see why not.
Yeah, she
I
said
mean,
spouse actually, so it is long term.
if it's my we're moving now.
That's
Same as your,
I mean, a
your
job-
girlfriend that you want to
So
propose to.
it's like this. Wait, let me.
Okay, let me
define
answer
it.
that one first.
If it's a really serious job that you have,
Yeah,
and you've been waiting for this one your whole life, and if my job is also not that serious and I get another one too, we move.
Yeah.
If it's that serious, we move and then I fly back and come to work.
Okay, so you
See,
you
you're my
shuttle
wife.
back and
At that point
forth.
in time, happy wife, happy life.
Okay, so what if it's not your wife though? What if it's someone you're about to propose to, thinking about proposing to? Like
If
you
I'm
guys
really
are not
serious and
official.
I've gotten to the point where I'm thinking about proposing, you might as well be my wife.
Okay, so you're still going to
Same
go.
thing. Same thing.
Okay, and if you have a really good job, like she's moving to go for Intel, you're going to Google, like.
That's why I said at that point in time we might think about it and maybe we
To assess the
move.
situation.
Okay.
And then I fly out to come to work,
You'll
but
be
we
shuffling back and
move.
forth.
So potentially you're good with
You're good with
long distance relationship.
With my wife.
Yeah, with your wife, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Anything else? Nah, bro. That's what it's all about. I mean, that's
wow.
I think
I feel like long distance.
I think I like assess the situation. Just see, like he said, like now see, there's two different things. So if this is a dream job she's been waiting on, regardless of how much it's paying, that's a different story. But if it's a job that she just has and is earning more money, I'm not looking at how much she's earning, how much of money. If it's a job that I know is benefiting both of us, and I'm not earning as much, and if my job is something that I know I can get anywhere else.
What if-
who would
What
talk
is not
about it?
benefiting you though? It's
To me, I
just
think
that.
the hardest decision will be what if you have a really good
A
job.
really paying job.
That's why I said I would move
Yeah.
and then fly back and come to work. Because I mean, dude, if your wife wants it, your wife wants it.
I mean, that's fast.
So you
But
move
the
her-
thing about it is,
It's your
it's all
dream.
about compromise,
It's your
right?
dream
Somebody has to
job.
compromise.
So what if it's an international job, like y'all moving outside the country? So it's not like you're flying from
Like,
Georgia to Houston
like,
to Texas.
like
or something.
Texas
Are you sure it was a dream? Like, are you sure it was a
Texas
dream?
to England.
No,
something.
no. Okay, so it's a dream job, but you're flying. The job is like in Europe somewhere, so it's not like you can make those flights back and forth to come to work.
Fuck.
Man,
It's
that's a harder conversation because that involves like two different continents, you know, right? Traveling, safety. It involves a lot. I honestly don't know, but we'll probably have to just talk about it and meet in the middle.
But you're open to
I
that.
am open to it, but if you're telling me, hey, babe,
So-
my job is in China, I mean America.
So Alan is asking, let's keep husband and wife aside, boyfriend and girlfriend. Would you move for your spouse?
They're not your spouse.
Same.
I mean, for your partner, for your
Same
boyfriend or
same.
girlfriend.
If I thought that, you know, guys now, we know I'm married this girl. We know what's up.
Like you
There's
feel
that.
but this is
That's, I would like to speak on that.
I'll be saying, oh, I can tell you might be frying plantain one day. And that's when it's click to me, I'm married this girl.
Jesus Christ.
If you get the click and you already know the back of your head, you want to marry this girl, shit. You're about to be
If I do it,
Same
some people know they click like that. Some
I
people-
saw some people.
No, I know.
People wait 5 years, 10 years. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Trust
We're
me,
talking. We're going.
If you want to really talk about it, there's a duration of when the click is
When
supposed to come.
when you know.
If the click has not come, just
So they're not. So what's the duration? No, what's the duration? So does every guy have like a
talk.
specific?
You can't just
Okay, so
go
it's not the click as in you haven't got that click yet. Then,
Me? Oh no.
You're not moving.
I'm not getting married.
I think for guys, it's when a guy knows, okay, this is the person I want.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to jeopardize this for anything else. Then you're open. You're not necessarily going to upper league, but you're open to actually having a discussion and saying, oh,
If it's just
what
like,
do you think?
dude,
At this point, it becomes a we. It's not on the I.
Yeah.
You're already looking at we at this point, so
Right.
you're good.
and these are for grown men and like actual men, not bastards. Moving on. We have to distinguish. We have to
I'm
distinguish.
hearing.
No, because hey,
And so this brings me to, I know it's a very, very cliche thing, but girls have it, but why, just listening to her right now, she's like, oh, why do the guys wait? Why is it always on the guy to say, oh, I want to be in this? The girl has to say too.
Girls say what they want, but the guys that say, oh,
No,
you know,
not really, no. Girls, what I'm saying is, why do girls always wait? Why do girls always wait for guys to say, I want you, I like you?
No, we don't wait though.
Y'all
Like
do
we
that.
say that we want
You
this.
don't. You act.
Okay, let me clarify. Me personally and the people that I know, my group of friends, when we want someone, it's like, oh, you know, I'm feeling. We say, okay, listen, this is what I want. I want a relationship. I'm looking for marriage. Like this is what I want. Something solid.
You don't say it amongst your friends. Y'all don't tell a guy that you meet.
I mean, like you said, the opportunity knocks
those
just
actual words actually
It's
come
never
out.
come out.
No.
They don't
Like,
say
this is what I want.
We say
You don't say it.
we may not say it like first day, second
You
day,
don't say
third
that,
day,
no.
but we say like when we get comfortable, like okay, like when we say what are we doing, like what's going on, I want to like where are we going? People will say, we are two human beings.
Where did you carry that?
Adam and Eve.
No, because at that point in time,
We have
God
decided
wrong.
the life of the
He
Lord.
took the safe route. The same
When you
fruit
ask him, what are we
the same
doing?
fruit is
Like,
asking me, what are we?
are we in a relationship? Like, this is what I want. These are
This question.
we say this.
No,
we
if
say
you
it
go
all
to
the
this
time.
question,
What's
the safe route is saying what are we because you put it back on my
You
head.
put it back on me to say what.
You're not
Okay, okay.
You're not saying, oh, I want us to be something.
It's
You're
all
asking,
part
what are
of the
we?
conversation. Like, what are we doing? Oh, you gotta say, I don't know.
Conversation
Then we
starter.
say, this is what I want. We always say what we want. You guys are the ones who be like,
But you already asked the what are we question, so it's like,
I'm
come
just trying to
on.
get my life together.
We're just friends, man.
Like
That's
two
what
people
yesterday.
standing in the light of the Lord. People always talking nonsense. Oh, you're laughing. Because you used it before, but
I'm
So
Hey,
I'm looking
please.
at the chat and they're going back and forth about the spouse, the girlfriend,
gentleman.
boyfriend going and leaving the job and blah 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 blah. Don is asking, oh, that he's not gonna, like he's not moving, like he's still gonna pay rent, blah blah blah. But that brings me to the question of
don't.
Spouse?
that brings me to
Take
the
your
question.
time.
But here's the thing, that brings me
mortgage,
that brings me to the conversation of if you're living with girlfriend, boyfriend, or spouse, whatever it is, how do we split house chores,
like-
monies,
wanna go?
all that type of stuff?
If you're living like what, boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife?
Both.
I would say
Because living with boyfriend girlfriend transitions into marriage, hopefully for people. So you have to practice the same way you're practicing, and I might as well practice the same thing that I want to carry into.
I guess
So I can't.
I've never lived with a boyfriend before, so I don't know. So I
For
can
me,
speak on
I
my
would
husband.
think, I would, again, it boils down to it. If you feel like you see something with this person, there is some inclination of a future, right? That's why you guys are first of all living together, because if not, I don't know why, right? So you guys are living together already. At that point in time, we might as well be roommates, you know? We have roommates that have feelings for each other. So we're giving that thing down the middle. You're working happy, I'm working happy. Pay your half as
Yeah.
everybody's alright. The moment we move to the next stage, which is we're making, there's clear intentions of, we've had the talk. There's clear intentions. At that point in time, if I have the money, maybe I can take it if I want. If I can, I will. But I still don't think it's up to anybody to do
To
that.
like, I'm paying this percent.
I still
feel
think
like
it's like,
a conversation that both
because
of you need to
we
have.
know what's up. We're living together, obviously, so we can't live by ourselves. So we're already compromising. So I still think that it shouldn't be on one person to then pay all
Take
the
all the
bills.
expenses.
What?
Yeah, I think
We
it
just
should
change
be
the
a
man away.
conversation.
We change the person away.
Like,
What if I don't
man
have
or woman, I feel like it's not fair to put the burden of expenses on the
Yeah,
man or like on the woman, like whoever is making more money, who is in, like, I feel like it's a conversation that both parties need to have together. Like, okay, if I'm making more money, okay, I'll pay like the big one, like the mortgage, and then the person who's not making as much can take care of everything else.
So let's just agree, it's just bad to say the man pays all the bills, right?
Yeah, I don't
Thank
agree
you.
with that.
Thank you very
I don't
much.
think
If
so.
you're
I
watching,
think
I hope you heard.
We won now. It's one.
The man must not pay all the bills.
I'm the proud daughter of Chimamanda. Yes, I think so.
The man must not pay all the bills. Thanks. That's all I'm trying to get at. No, because that sucks. That sucks because there's people out there who actually want a man to be like, oh, he's my man. He has to take care of
It's
everything.
more than when you see those
That's
memes.
dumb.
When you see those memes, they're like, oh, if my man doesn't pay all my
Pay the
bills,
bills,
and give me this
pay
and
my
give me
nails,
that.
my
Oh, I'm
lashes.
out. Mama,
I'm
be
like, so
going.
what are you doing with your money?
Come on,
Like,
be
it's not
going.
fair to assume that.
This is another person. The person has his own wants and needs. So
yeah.
because I like you, I have to pay your bills. Be going, Joe.
I mean, love is not
Be
enough.
going. It's like, let's be going. What do you mean?
It's not enough.
I don't think that's
Love is the water
flip
that
it,
boils rice, It doesn't
Flip it.
really.
Wait, what?
Love is the water that boils rice. It doesn't really make me go.
Wait.
You saw.
So Elizabeth just asked a question.
I saw that too.
She said,
love is whether I boils rice. We'll come back to that.
just listen to this. If pressing a button meant that you will receive $5 million, but it would also kill 5 innocent people, would you press it?
As of right now, today. Do I get to pick who that is? No, what? Okay, so based off the question, pressing a button kills 5 mil.
But it kills 5 people.
I pick the people who die.
I get 5 mil. Wow.
I just want to ask.
Repeat the question. I think I don't.
If pressing a button means that when you press a button, you're going to get $5 million. But while you press that button, 5 people are going to
Just 5.
Just 5. Would you press the button?
Man, I wouldn't press it, man.
And I will look at my current situation.
I wouldn't press it.
If I need money like that,
I wouldn't press it. If anything, my Catholic guilt will kill me.
fam.
I can't.
If I'm in a type of situation like the man in Ozark,
That's why I asked. That's why I asked like
I
2
said,
days.
"No, sir."
Like right now, I mean, if I get to pick the 5, yes. If not, nah, man.
I don't
It's
know.
just money that they printed every week.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I
a whole
can't.
new
she said these are innocent
Can't say
people.
that. We can't say that.
Nah, I won't pick it. I won't
I
put
think
it.
I wouldn't press it. I wouldn't press it. I know if I press it, I have this woman at home that's waiting for me.
I mean, not even just that. Like, you're killing somebody for money.
I know, like you're
The money will finish one day. But you still
and
keep
your
it.
guilt will be there.
So, nah, that one is even.
And I'll
Yeah,
just
I
hear
think
my
I won't do
mom's
it.
voice.
I would think about it though.
Okay.
Okay,
Like,
so
I have to be on this button
5
like
million if you spend 5 years in prison.
5 million, 5 years in prison. I will go press on
I will
myself.
press it.
person now.
No.
What? It's not just 5 years.
No, maybe it's 100. I'll
1
do
million
it.
per year.
Okay.
1 million per year.
Nah, I won't
If
do
you can back it, what do you mean? You go higher now. 100 mil.
100 million for 5 years in prison.
5 mil? That's 1
No,
million per
what
year.
is?
I will still go to jail.
Not worth it.
Okay, so check out
Go
what
to jail. What's it
What
doing?
did you say?
I said 100 million for 5 years. I'll go.
Yeah.
Oh, not for 5 million.
fam.
No, what
That
is?
is stupid. Don said,
Don't stop talking.
Don said approximately 105 people die every minute around the world.
Done.
Done.
I'll pray for you.
Jump,
I'll pray for you.
John said you can take care of your families.
I mean, it's just like, at that point in time, we have to think about it. No.
Yo,
Very much especially, I will not stop saying no.
somebody said,
If I was in my house,
You
just
said-
close.
somebody said,
Yes.
what's the difference between this money and ritual?
I know we have some Nigerians that time.
Yo,
So real people.
I'm dead.
I'm not serious.
I mean,
I'll pray for
dead.
you. I'll pray for all of you. Don, whoever is people.
Okay,
How many people out there now, like today, right
I'm
now?
gonna piggyback on Lean dropped a comment. I'm gonna piggyback on that. She said, FYI, head of the household, according to the IRS.
I'm waiting for this thing.
She brought it up. I didn't bring it up.
Oh my God.
She brought it up.
Jesus.
I didn't bring it up. So she said, head of the household, according to the IRS, is the person who takes care of most expenses in the
I'm
household.
not talking on this again. Okay, I hate this.
So,
Hey.
to me, again, same answer I've had since we started all these years. It boils down to culture. It literally boils down to culture. If you were born here, you can go with IRS. Go listen to what they have to say. But if you were born and raised in Nigeria and you follow the Nigerian culture, you already know what's up. This is it's not even a conversation. If you making more money makes you feel like the head of the household in your mind, go and be the head of the household in your mind. But as you have a husband, he's the head of the household. Who's talking?
Period.
I just want to say
But he's not
that.
necessarily paying all the bills. Thank
I
you.
just want to
As
say
the
that.
earlier established.
I just want to say that I disagree. But if I keep on going, I won't stop. So
You know we will be here all day.
disagree.
It does not.
And that's all I'll say on that.
Moving on. Moving on. Okay, so Sherifa has a very good question. She says, what do you do when you really like someone, but he or she is not ready to commit? You guys have a good conversation, you have great sex, great vibes, but the only thing missing is the commitment.
So
What do you do?
Ending with hot tears. Sherifa, don't do it. Pack your bags and leave. Leave.
No, wait, are they together or are they just friends?
Leave.
No, they're sexy now.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're knocking, they're doing everything, but they're not together.
Great vibes, great conversation, great sex, great everything.
there's like, it's just facts, you know. There's facts and there's facts. If at some point in time we've not had that conversation that we're going to be something, probably not going to be something.
You cannot beat a dead horse. You cannot. Sherifa, pack up your bags and leave. It's not, doesn't worth it.
So this is just
Can't.
a sexual relationship.
Like,
That was the question.
So they just
just-
having sex with somebody
If
else.
they-
like, he's good enough.
Yeah.
If they just,
So D responded to the comment and said, Sharifa, pack your bags and leave. Sharifa responded and said, I will let you know.
no, but I mean, if it's just a knacking situation, no feelings involved, just a sexual thing, just knacks.
No, if that girl tickles your fancy, float your boat, by all means, have your fun times. But once feelings start getting involved, and you know for a fact that this nigga is not going to do anything, sweethearts.
Just keep it moving.
See, Link is bringing this thing back. She wants us to keep the same energy
Link.
compared to what we said in the last show. I don't know what energy Lynn is talking about.
Same energy. I was at home typing furiously, so like, let's go. I'm ready.
Jimmy.
I was typing furiously.
I'm ready. No, please. I'm trying to maintain my social distancing.
You people are like, we are Nigerians. You want to tell your father that he's not the head of the house.
Okay,
You want to tell him.
let's go back to Sharifa's situation.
What's going on? Oh God.
So this
She's
is what
around.
she's actually going for this?
Probably so, I guess
Sharifa,
so.
please tell
But
us.
Chizaram said, let's be realistic, she's not going to leave. Let's come, let's walk, let's talk about
Yeah,
that.
because it sounds like the sex is good.
Let's talk
The
about
sex
that.
is good.
I mean, like I said, hot water, love is the hot water that boils rice.
See,
It doesn't
the
help.
that's-
Stop it! Like literally, pack your bags and leave. It's not even worth it. Like, what are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Can you explain that saying? She said how one
But here's the thing.
If there's something holding you,
The sex.
right?
You can get sex somewhere else, boo. You can get dick somewhere else. Dick is everywhere. No. If it's really good, trust me, there's someone out there who's just as good or better. Go and find them.
You know,
Stop it.
there's a very, very big plot twist in this thing. Sharifa gave us the situation. We don't know if it's her that is the one holding this. You don't know if it's the guy that
If
wants
the
to be.
guy, as long as, sweetheart, even better. As long as you open your mouth and tell him, listen, young man, it's not going to happen. Or there's no love. If he keeps on coming, it's at his own peril. You've told him.
I mean, you just gotta be mature with it.
And then you just have to be like, don't be rude, don't be like,
If
it's
you
one
don't
thing.
want to leave because the sex is good, then full stop. You know, that's the
Like, as
question
long
answer.
as you open your mouth and tell him, listen, no, nothing is going to come out of it. Not be explicit.
Yeah, like there's also nothing wrong with situationships, you know.
Like-
if you want to be knocking, I'll just be knocking you.
Like, as long as you
Exactly.
guys are both
No.
aware that this is where it ends and there's nothing happening after that, then by all means, you're both adults.
Set the rules and stick to the rules.
Yes, but if you're sitting there waiting and hoping for a relationship, honey,
Somebody dropped a question earlier. I think I missed it. He was saying, so I guess an example is, why do girls or guys, you see somebody who likes you, but you don't, like, why don't you like people who like you back, but you like the thugs and the hooligans?
Sometimes
I
I
mean,
don't
you
like
like what you like.
You like
Sometimes I don't like you.
I mean,
It's not most of the time. It's nothing personal.
it's not personal.
I don't think
You're not taking my fancy.
I mean,
Now, when it comes
there are a lot of people out there.
Sometimes. just want to have a good time, here and there.
No. I think to piggyback on that question is, why do girls deliberately
Go on.
go and pick the bastard?
What's it called?
Why are you gonna pick the bastard? And then now, come back and tell us that men are bastards. We already know now.
So
Why
those
to
girls,
pick the bastards? They were good guys.
I feel like the girls who do that are just in denial. Like there's just something else that they're looking for out there that they don't want to admit to themselves. Or maybe they need therapy, I don't know what to say.
Because
but,
okay.
I mean, sometimes, the bad things just look good. Like sometimes when jollof rice is bad, it
These
smells
bad
too
things
good.
look good, yo. She
Like,
said when
what?
Johnny Rice is bad, it still smells good.
And you try to tell that when you're warming food, you don't like, is this food really good? You smell it, you do a small test, and you do a taste test, and like, let me just make sure. You don't want the party rice to spoil, so you just go there.
Yo, that's Alright, let's talk about this. Would you snoop in your partner's phone if you feel like they're hiding something?
Would I?
I would.
Would I snoop?
If I feel like you're hiding,
No.
nope.
I would.
You
Nope.
see, I'm one of those people that in life just has a way of just walking things out.
It's just open.
that's
you feel
facts.
it,
So I'm one of those people that I will know. I will confirm it with my own investigation sources, FBI, CIA. We'll go to the streets and the streets will talk. But I will never say anything.
I won't.
I will
why would
watch
say
you in your
anything?
stupidity.
But then.
I will watch you until you come and cover yourself.
That's facts. But some people.
Why would I go snoop? I already know what is there.
I would never snoop.
I already know what is there.
If I feel something is going on,
You
I
don't-
will.
come on.
I'll go to you.
They don't lie to your face.
You will go to who?
I would personally talk to the person if I feel something is going on.
So you have babe. You think babe is cheating? You got me babe and tell babe cheating.
I mean, what else can you do? Snooping. If you feel that way, and
I-
what's the
No.
difference
I feel like
between
it's
that way
one thing
and
to
snooping?
snoop and
Snooping
not
gets-
say nothing. I mean, you're snooping just to. I guess for some people it's a good way to begin a
Snooping is like going to your
confrontation
phone and
process.
Oh,
going through the
like
shit and
hiding
looking,
in the
right?
bathroom and like looking at your phone.
Cover yourself.
What if you
What if you feel like something is going on, you ask and the person denies it, right? Would you go snoop? If you feel like there is something?
No, I wouldn't snoop.
You wouldn't
I feel like
snoop?
snoop wouldn't do anything.
I wouldn't, but when I have all my
Like
information,
you said, I would actually go and find proof.
I would
When
go and
get
find
That's
proof.
snooping.
No.
I would snoop
I
on
wouldn't
your
go
phone.
through your phone.
It doesn't have to be the phone, I'm saying. Just
you
snoop.
No, that's not stupid.
No, I feel like that you going to go and confirm something.
That's not
Snooping
stupid.
for me personally is when, okay, his phone is over there and I'm like,
James Bond.
let me, take the phone and go inside the bathroom and lock the door.
Okay, so
That's
here's the thing.
snooping.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's snooping. But what if the phone is just right there? It's not locked. Nothing is open. And you
That's
just
touch it.
Okay, that's fine.
wouldn't
Why
touch
wouldn't I do that? If I feel that something is wrong.
I personally wouldn't. If that's what you want, they say ask and you shall receive.
I wouldn't touch it. If you already ask the person, and the person can lie to your face,
Then it's
What's on
trust,
here?
what are you doing? Like the trust is
you
broken.
already know what's up.
Like,
You already know what's on the phone.
You don't know if they're lying. They said, no, there's nothing going on. But your instincts are telling you that something's going on.
Your instincts are telling you something's
If
going
your
on.
instincts, the male instincts and female intuition, we have to.
That is strong.
It is very strong.
Very strong.
So if you get something that something is going on, you
Probably is. There's a
going
high
on.
probability that
So what do you
something's
do?
happening.
You do your investigation. You don't need to listen to some of the. You don't need to touch the person's phone. I don't even touch anything about you.
So what's the investigation?
Peace of mind.
Text that.
You put out the bad signal.
Alright, check this out. So Jennifer brought up a good point. She said, why snoop when I can just ask you, let me see your phone? So is that normal?
You see, at that point in time, you catch the person, right? Because you either give me the
Very good
phone
point, Jennifer.
or you
If
give
you're
me
refusing to give, and you know guys will be like, why do you have to give me my phone? You don't trust me. Guys will always flip on you.
Once you get the defensive answer, you have your answer. If there's nothing on your phone, take. Go.
Let me see.
Come.
That's
Play
true.
what's the
You
friend.
can always go back.
Play
Say,
Scrabble.
you
Play
give
whatever
it your
you
chest.
Okay.
You keep pressing your password.
Okay, let's talk about
Please comment.
Jennifer's comment.
What Jennifer
Jennifer
said.
said, just ask, you have a right to ask your partner for the phone.
Yes, you
Correct.
do.
Don said, no. Did you buy the phone for me?
John!
So let's talk about.
I don't agree.
No.
So your partner has
If
a
you are
right
my
to
partner
get your phone.
and it's official, yeah, you can ask.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with asking.
You can ask, but it's not necessarily. It's not by force that I give you. I can ask you what do you want? What do you want it for?
I want to
And if you
look.
tell me, I want to check your messages, or no, I just want to look. If I have nothing to hide, take. You can get your answers like this without
Yeah.
even. By the time you start asking this question, the person started like fish.
Yeah, no. Why are you looking at my phone? You're supposed to trust me. You don't trust me. You don't love me.
What about your phone? They have got to.
Let's exchange phones now, man.
Well, come on, why? It's 2020. I'm not dumb anymore.
Huh?
So you just leave.
I feel like if you're like, I think this is my peace of mind. If you're not giving me peace of mind, I'm going home, please.
So is that a deal breaker? I think for me it would be a deal breaker. If my spouse tells me, you have no right to look at my phone.
If I don't trust you, it's done. It's
Because that would lead to trust, right? If I
yeah,
can't
and
look
so
at your phone.
every time you're leaving the house, if I feel like in the back of my mind that you're doing something, and every time you're going out, every time I'm I'm going to hang out with Sade. Who the fuck is Sade? Like, who is she?
She's my best friend before I met you. She's my best friend before I met you.
If she's your best friend I met you, then I should know who Sade is. If there's a new Sade or
I think
Falakemi
it's
that has
the
now
level.
come on the horizon.
If we just met and you ask me for my phone, no.
Of course.
Like if we're in a committed relationship or
If we're already going too
engaged,
far,
married, and
everybody
all
already knows
these
we're dating.
So
We already have pictures. They go out everywhere.
if I can't trust you,
Well,
then
if I don't ask you for your phone and you tell me no,
right? Now I want it. Before I was doing it to be like, okay.
before it was just a joke. I was just telling you.
Now,
But
give it
now,
to me. No, that feels.
Okay, check this out. So, our couple comments, she said we're talking, when we talk over each other, the sound is bad, so let's talk
Oh,
about it.
sorry, Kofu.
But to piggyback on what you're saying, if you ask for the phone and they don't give it to you, now you want it. Are you snooping at this point?
I'm not stupid.
I
I won't hide.
Don't.
I'm never going to hide and be like.
That's what I'm saying. You want it,
No,
but
I
he's
want
not
it.
giving it to you. He leaves with it. The next time you see that phone on the table, are you picking it up?
Nope. The next I'm leaving.
You're lying.
I will
Stop.
never snoop.
Stop.
I have never
You're
snooped.
lying. I don't
never
believe it.
snooped.
I don't believe it.
I would
Honestly.
never snoop.
I don't believe it. You know why? Because you wanted that phone so bad. He told you no, and he walked out with your
I'm
phone.
leaving because you're not giving me peace of mind.
Fam, you
Why
can't
not
just
leave?
leave now 3 years relationship. What are you talking?
Ah.
Leaving too.
Okay.
Leave me, but what you
Okay.
leaving?
What? Shit. package.
Fine.
Hey.
So I feel like, I mean, is it a deal breaker? It depends on like how
I'm done.
it really how you respond. You know, like you might be hiding your phone not because you are cheating. You are on the path of cheating. You know, you are texting people. Maybe your ex is texting you back. Things that I might misconstrue. That things if I see that I might vex that you don't want me to see. So you're not necessarily cheating, but
Facts.
you know it will cause wahala.
Facts.
So it's not like, hey, if everything is fine in my life and I don't have anything like that, there are not even friends that I think you might have issues with. Take my phone, go and play game with it. When you come back, no problem.
I know.
But if there even is one friend that the person asks for relationship advice and you're giving them a different kind of advice that you know, if your wife saw it, you'd be like, okay, Mom, what's going on here? You know, things like that are completely pure. You guys are just friends, there's nothing. But like if your wife sees that, it's like start putting seeds where they're not supposed to be seeds. So you know that I mean it's just cause wahala.
You can easily explain that though. Like this is like okay, so for me personally, I always feel like you always have to get ahead of something. So for example now if you're going out to grab lunch and you tell your wife, oh, I'm going to grab lunch with Sade. Next, like, you know how people can be. Someone will see you outside with Sade and take a picture. They don't know who Sade is though. They take a picture and say, oh, well, I saw Jimmy with Sade the other day. If you didn't tell your wife this one, your wife can be like, who the fuck is Sade? I don't know who this girl is. But then you already told her, oh, by the way, I'm going to grab lunch with Sade. So when somebody tries to come being unintentional, intentionally messy, they can. Your wife is like, well, I know who it is. So what you're doing is for your back pockets. Like, so I feel like getting ahead of a situation, just that communication is important.
Somebody said if you have the other person's password, it will cause trouble. So it's better not to have the password. Just keep to your respective password. Blah blah blah. I think it will only cause trouble if somebody's hiding something.
Honestly, like the only time while I can bust is when someone is doing something wrong.
Yeah.
If you guys are both doing everything fine, nobody's doing anything.
It's always good to have passwords so you can.
Again, Sharifa has a very good question. And this one is going to be serious. So. You and your spouse have your respective houses before marriage. She has her house. I don't know whose is more expensive. Maybe hers is, maybe yours is. I don't know. But after marriage happens, who's moving into whose house?
I think it depends.
I get a new.
Let me twist that question. Let me twist that question. Make it a little more interesting. She has a house. You have an apartment. Who's moving into whose house? Okay. The guy has an apartment. She has a house.
Okay.
Who's moving?
So, I would love to speak on that. I personally think it depends. So if he has a house and she has, if she has a house and he has an apartment, what's the value of her house? Like, where is she in her mortgage? These are conversations you guys both need to have. If he needs to move into her house so that you guys can go and afford a house somewhere like downtown, if you want this 3-story loft or something. These are all financial decisions. Like if she's halfway done with her mortgage, he moves in, you guys finish paying off the mortgage, you take that money and like buy your dream home or whatever it is. Or you guys, or if she wants to be like, okay, we can keep this as a rental property, let's go and move in and let's buy our own house together. Like this, there's no one answer. There's nothing wrong with him moving into the house. There's nothing wrong with them going to get a house together, as long as it makes financial sense. Not the one of beats my chest, how can I have to go and move in, how can I move to my girlfriend's house?
To piggyback off what she's saying is I don't want, if you have basic, you know, what if you just got the house and it was a vanity project for you and you decided to blow 200K on it. So now we have to be paying you for your house.
See, that's what I'm saying, like financial issues.
Financial issues we have to talk about, we have to address when things are getting hectic, you know. If you have debt, I heard from last week, if you have like, dude, if you have 100K debt and like you're just enjoying yourself, let me know. Just let me know. I'm not saying like it's gonna be a problem, but I need to know. So like I know what I'm walking into. If I still think that is what it is, I'll go. If it's a deal breaker for me, I'm out. Because hey, I'm not going to come out suffering in my own life.
I guess that question will come from a place where people actually believe that it is the woman has to move to the husband's house. No, that's where that question probably came from.
So now if it was that, I would say we should just get a new house.
Why?
I'll sell mine, you sell yours.
What's wrong? What? Okay.
New beginnings.
What if she has? What if she bought a house?
You just go marry
What
now.
if she bought a house that, well, at the time she bought it, the house maybe like 120K, but now the value of the house is now 300K. It's a great neighborhood, great school. So because of your ego and your big chest, people should leave like a really good house in a really good neighborhood for your kids.
If your house is really good and has all those good things, why moving into your house?
Fact.
I don't know why.
John wrote a book where he
What
said-
is
he
this
said-
house thing
he said
about?
You'll pick the one that has the best school district.
I mean, it's who has the one that has the bigger
Yeah.
bedroom and the bathroom. What
That's
does it mean? We have
okay.
a pool at the back. We're going to down.
So potentially, are we worried about, or would one or the other person be worried about, my name is not on the house, yada yada yada. Because these are things
Trust.
that people
Like,
trust. Yeah. Because for me, that's how I think about
Put the
stuff.
person's name on the house.
Trust.
I think from my point of view, I think I would actually, it would be a thought that would come to my mind. Like, I hope, I'm down for going to her house. I don't care. But I will have that thought in my mind. Like, I hope.
Would you
It
say
shouldn't be hope.
No,
It should be, tell her.
No, of course.
Sweetheart, my name is good on that.
I hope means I'm talking to you, Auntie. I hope that
And
tomorrow
that's
you're not come and tell me that it's my house, their house.
It's like it's the same way the prenup thoughts pass your mind, right?
I know exactly.
It's all about trust. That's a whole different, but it's all about trust. If I trust you enough, where I don't feel
John,
like
they're
it's
trying
good
to
to
hear you,
touch.
bro.
Oh,
You just give me, but I don't know.
John.
So I agree with what y'all said. It's really based on what financially makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, if
Don't even
from
use that, man.
your point of view, if you're trying to do the whole new beginning thing,
Yeah.
then both of you can just put your houses up for rent.
Straight up.
You know, because
We
now
don't have to
you
sell it.
have
We
somebody, you have somebody that's actually paying off on that house for you.
Yeah.
Yo, but let's say you're doing the money good job.
I'm just listening to y'all. Like my age was a little bit different,
Yes.
so, and I speak low.
And he's like, if we've already said his points, then there's nothing to. John, don't mind
He's
me.
afraid. He's
You're
like.
very pretty.
It's not because of like.
It's fine, man. Don't mind.
Oh shit. So Lynn says the problem is one person telling the other person what they have to do. It should be a discussion
I
of what's
think you
best
just
for the
did.
family.
It's strong.
And also what plan she had for that house to begin with. I mean, look, both
It's
people
not that
have had plans for the house. It's not that
It's
deep.
really not that deep.
No, that's facts. It's not that deep.
I don't
Just
think
do
it's
what financially makes sense for you.
It should be a conversation.
And y'all should have this conversation before
But
we get
okay,
married.
so what happens? You know how then in-laws get involved and family members.
Who are they?
You know, in-laws are quick to say, "Oh my God, you
Who are they?
hey, man, how can you do this?"
Who are they?
Beat their chest, you know.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
that's
another-
energy
That's another conversation about the influence of your family in your own
on your
relationship.
decisions.
I'm
Because
sorry, what is my in-laws' business with the house I want to marry my own family?
you know, because
They pay for the house, they give me money.
They'll say something.
They'll say
Yeah.
something, gay man.
Everybody can say something
Okay.
now.
It's just
That's what you have to say now.
you're ready to
But
protect your
there's
life.
people out there who are highly influenced by.
Yeah.
Yes.
In-laws and your family.
For those people that are highly influenced, for any reason, if it's a financial tie you have with your in-law, maybe your in-law is paying for some of your bills, that's why you can't say stuff. Personally, I think that you and your wife should be able to control your own household. Nobody should be able to come from your house and tell you, oh, you people should do this and do that. Is it your wife? Is it your husband? Is it your child? As it's none of the above.
I stand
please,
it.
I will hear what you have to say.
Fighting husband.
I will collect your opinion.
Put it in the pool.
Wherever I have to put it, if it's on the fridge, I'll put it to dustbin. You will pick because dude, when you give people that power over your relationship, they start doing anyhow.
Sure.
That's when you start saying, all of a sudden, they have a saying in how your household is run. How now?
Let's run back to this house thing real quick. It's a lot going on here. So,
It's hot.
Ifunanya is saying, if I build my dream house and it's conducive for both of us, why would I give up my house? This is her point of view. But if yours is also conducive for both of us, what do we do then?
You have to talk.
That's what I'm saying. We
Yeah,
have to
that's
talk.
the conversation.
And if we
That's why I always say-
can't come to an agreement, what are we doing? Going our separate ways?
No, I mean,
And
if
you
you
break
guys,
over a house?
that's
not
if
for
that's
me.
what
So,
you guys,
so-
you are not ready.
So that's a question.
go with that.
Question to Ifunanya, is that a deal breaker if nobody comes to like
Dude,
an
they should not
agreement?
be together if that's gonna be a
Because
deal.
of
House. How is that?
Same thing with Lynn. Same thing with Lynn. Is that going to be a deal breaker? Because Lynn is also saying the same thing. She said it is that deep. She's saying because I own my house specifically for plans that she has for the future or whatnot.
Yeah, but okay.
And so she's like, you
So
know,
dream job, beautiful house, biggest house you've ever got. Now you found the what? Dream man, Abi. Right? So now you have to what? Compromise, Abi.
Yes,
So are you trying to tell me that
She wants
if
to
if he came down to it on the line, you've met the perfect man of your life, and then now it's not the house that is the issue. You now tell me you will leave that relationship
for
because
that?
of your dream house?
I don't think.
Please answer that. If you can answer
Children
that.
have not come.
Because children have not come.
School
And you
have
haven't gone to
entered.
school. You haven't even thought about taxes, none of
Vacation.
the extra stuff.
so
Life insurance.
talking about children,
For me, that's not a deal
and
breaker.
because it kind of ties in, you brought up children. Children have not come. Now you said you're thinking that. What if he's not thinking that? What if you?
Yeah, you're not ready to marry.
No, but he doesn't want kids at all.
Then
And
you're
you
not
want
ready to marry.
children. Why are you there?
So that's what I'm saying. What if you have
If
a
you
boyfriend
both don't want
girlfriend,
children, then
or somebody
you don't
who
care about
doesn't
all those
want
school
children?
admission and all those other things.
Okay,
If you
if-
both don't want children,
So if you're with someone who
Let's keep the
doesn't
house out
want
right now.
a child,
Right.
but you want children, then what are you doing? What like,
You're already in love, you know. You
like
love
I'm
them.
sorry, let me explain when I
rice
say water is what boils rice. Love is water that boils rice. It's never enough. Water just boils the rice. It doesn't make this jollof rice. It doesn't make this. Like there are other things that come into
Yeah,
it.
no, no.
Like
Extra.
stop
Okay,
it.
okay.
Like it's. Oh, I love you. Oh my God. And stories that touch.
Just put water inside rice, you know. go
And
see.
that's it.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's the same, basically the same conversation when people think you're in love, so that's why your marriage is going to work.
Ah,
It doesn't work like that.
I'm sorry.
So you would tell them, boom, next.
Are we agreeing, Jimmy? This is
Yeah, I
weird.
don't know what's
Oh
going
my
on.
So
God.
somebody saying
This is
that
like,
they had
oh,
somebody,
yeah,
somebody.
No, that was Stella. That was Stella asking that question.
I mean, your dream house is just a house. You will leave your dream man. Do you know how many bastards are out there? Stella.
You found a quality
There are
one.
plenty bastards. You will not leave a quality man because
I mean, you can build a new
you build another one. You can create a new
Rent the
dream.
house out, you know, and there's so many things you can do with this.
It's literally, that's why I said new beginning, because it's
Alright,
literally
so-
day one.
So let's go a step into Stella's question. So she already said you like this person. I don't know how long they've been dating. Let's say 4 or 5 years or what. They've been dating, and all of a sudden this person develops this thing of I don't want children. You're breaking the relationship up, right?
So let me just make sure I understand. You've been dating for a couple of years.
You were under the impression that they wanted kids all this while, but now all of a sudden they don't.
So I feel like that's the first problem because these are conversations that should constantly be happening. Like when
Of
you're
course.
dating someone.
No, that's
So if the person was like, "Oh, I wanted children," and then they changed their
So,
mind,
yeah, so-
that's fraudulent behavior. You have the right to leave.
Okay, so yeah, no, that's fine. So my next thing, like I said, let's take it a step further. I'm with you too, of course. If that was me,
Okay.
I'll feel some type of way.
I would actually.
Last,
Yeah, what?
last, you go fight.
What do you want me to do? No.
And then you will now say, okay, we're going to separate. No,
That's-
fight. That's what I'm
to
saying.
separate
It's not going to happen immediately. It's going to be rocky, and then
Yeah, back and
eventually
forth.
you get to a point where you're like, you know, I can't do this shit no more.
Because it's literally like one person.
But that's what I'm saying. But what if you're already married, or
The person changes their
and
mind.
changing their mind, or this person cannot even have, or they find out they can't.
Okay.
What happens at that point?
Two different things.
Yeah,
If
that's what I'm
they-
saying. Let's take it a step further.
Also, if they find out that if the person said to change their mind and they don't want children, I still call fraud. You can go and get an annulment. So that's fraudulent behavior. You don't even need to get a divorce. You can annul the wedding and go back again. And then if the person cannot have children, there are other ways to have children. You can get sperm, you can adopt. Like if he's like, no, I want it to be my own. Well, it can never be your own child, even if you adopt it.
If it's like you don't want children.
Then
No,
you
the one that
always
you
have
have,
children.
you just
You
don't want.
want it.
Ah.
My sweetheart. It's going to be painful, but you just pack up your
It will be
Gucci
very
suitcase and
painful for
leave.
the person that wants kids.
Yeah, and it's not fair.
Wait, so you said if you just can't have kids, then
If you can't have kids,
And
and
you
that's
want
you can, and you want them,
You can want.
you can adopt, you can do IVF, you can
There's
get
a bunch
you go
of
to
ways.
sperm bank. There's so many ways. There's so many things you can
What do you mean that we've been dating for 4 years? You not tell me you don't want
Yeah,
kids?
true. What kind of behavior is that?
I'm so like upset. You are who?
What else have you lied to me about then?
I don't even know who you are. What's your name?
Friends? What?
Are you even Igbo? Are you even Yoruba? What's going on here?
Dead sea behavior.
So we're still on this dream house matter. So Alan said, if you're making me give up my house, what else are you going to try to control in the relationship?
Okay.
Be honest.
I want to say that I don't think it should be a conversation of giving up something. I think
and again, just sorry to cut you short.
Uh-huh.
That's the reason why they're having this mentality, because in their mind it's like you're controlling me.
Yeah.
You're controlling me. You want me to do this, but that's really not. We're looking for what's better for two of us.
I think it depends on the approach. If the man
I
comes,
think Jimmy's answer is all these extra shit that they're talking
No,
about.
but this is their mindsets.
No, man, fuck all that. You're in a relationship. Listen. You're starting something new. You're starting something new, right? So if y'all cannot agree on whose house you're supposed to move into, go sell that shit or just find a way to liquidate the shit, right? And then just start a new beginning together.
I think
pick it up.
Because that's it. Like the longer you
pick the
stay
house.
on that
I'll
one
pick
simple decision, which is really it's supposed to be a financial decision.
That's it.
Right? The longer you stay on that shit, then you're just gonna realize y'all not meant to be
it's
together.
the approach, it's the way the conversation is had. If the guy comes in beating his chest saying, well, I'm a man moving to my house, then that's a conversation because I already put the woman on the defense. So it has to be like something like, hey, babe, you know, we both have our homes, like what should we do?
Yeah,
it should be a conversation, not this is what we're doing. Because once you do that, the woman has the right to be like, no nigga, you can't tell me what to do.
So what if it's the man that has the bigger house?
So if he has a bigger house, it's like, okay, everybody bring out your pros and cons and sheets. Let's compare.
What she's saying is, look, what she's saying is she has her dream house and you want me to give up my dream house. What I'm saying is, you're going into a relationship, which is a lifelong relationship. Are you gonna not sacrifice that dream house?
New dreams.
Because when you get to a situation where you're telling me you have your dream house, and what if it's a situation where you're telling me this shit about yourself and your house? It's my same situation. This is my dream house. What happens then?
The compromise
it has to be a conversation.
So it shouldn't be a thing of you're making me do something. It shouldn't be a thing of you're controlling me. No. Because if I give up my house, I could say you're controlling me too.
A relationship is not about control.
You see what I'm saying? I could say you're controlling me too. I could say you made me. And then that will also bring up another stupid conversation of how can she make you, you know?
Yeah.
If
you feel like you're being made to do something,
you automatically are defensive.
You're always going to be defensive. You're going to have resentment for that person.
Adela just said it right. She said if you're fighting over a house, then you're not focused.
Like house?
You're right.
Thank you.
College bill has not
so
come. School district has not come.
Disney World has not come.
Disney World has not come.
Hey.
Trust me, I know. Disney World has not come.
What are y'all talking about?
Children.
Tuition, vacation. Disney World, it costs like almost $3,000 to go there.
Yeah.
4 days. To go and see monkeys and lions.
Let's
go back to
So if your parents don't like your significant other, are you moving forward? Are you fighting for your significant other?
Oh my God! Yes, I am!
I'm fighting.
We're going in. And on this hill, I will die.
I am like.
I'm fighting.
My answer is weird.
Can go.
So
toe to toe.
You always honor your parents.
Of course.
You know, but your parents are not always right. Your parents' opinion is based off of what they've gone through in their life.
They're always right though.
No. Parents are not always right. We don't tell them to their face though. You just slap. You just whatever you slap. But they're not always right. They give you the best opinion based off of their experiences in life. They're older than us. They've gone through all this stuff, so they give you the best experience. So there's some things that your mother will tell you, that girl, run away. No, real shit. Female intuition, mother's intuition, double. I'm not wasting time. I'm gone. I will never talk to you again. I'm out. Because why? She's there's something that she has seen that you cannot see.
Let me ask you this.
No, if she was like later, after I finish dating the girl, then later, you want to now start finding things.
Yeah, that.
Mommy, wait, mommy, wait. I love you, I care about you, but this is my wife. Like, this is someone I want to marry. You know, if we die, we die. You know, anything that happens, will happen.
But let's say you're not married. Let's say you've dated this person for 2 years, 3 years, and then she says.
And my mother doesn't say anything the whole time.
Yeah,
she just saw it in the morning.
Maybe she didn't even know about them. She just met the person. And then she says,
I want to know details of what it is. Like, what are you seeing? Is it like a trait? Is it a personality? Is it the way she's talking? Is it something? Because you know, they can tell you, someone talks some type of way.
Yeah, you know,
and you already
that village.
You already know the wahala that you've been going through. So it's like, don't worry, we've talked about this. There's a way so your mom sees fine. But if she tells you, that woman is evil.
If it's like people from that village, I usually.
That one. My brother, like just like cut the person up because bro, we don't know anything about that village thing. We don't. Yes, we were born in Nigeria, raised in Nigeria, but you don't know when someone says someone from that village is wicked. That thing is deep. I don't even yo, don't touch it. The whole village ash.
No, I feel like it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. So I will always, if I feel like this, at the end of the day, both of you in the marriage or in the situation, your parents are not going to be there. And I'd rather be like, mommy, I hear you, you'll fight, I'm not going to come. And then you don't be begging every day, mommy, mommy, I'm sorry. Every day you can't say sorry. Actually, the mother has to forgive you.
I think to be honest, speaking from personal experience, I think everything is all mixed up. The begging thing, if you don't do that, it adds to it. You know what I'm saying? Like they want you to do that, but when you don't do that, they see something different. Oh, they begin to think that somebody has influenced you a different type of way, that now you're not doing this.
She has come and
everything just piles up in different ways. No, seriously.
Especially mothers and your sons. God forbid, this boy loves this girl, and everything she says, it's like, so now you come to my house and you don't eat my food. Is this girl that's caused it all?
I mean that highly depends on your mom.
No, mothers
let's not say it like that. Yes, your mom. Yes, different type of love, man. There's that love, and there's like that weird love that mommy, you want to marry me to her. Let me marry you. I brought Tola, all of them said no. What is it now?
No, I wouldn't.
Honestly, it just depends on what she's saying. Like you say it's evil.
How does she know?
I
Man,
would rather.
Wow, what is she saying?
It's like I said,
you're not gonna ask?
I'm gonna ask. All the details. I want everything.
Now it needs to make sense. So
it needs to make sense. It can't be no spiritualist thing. I'm saying I slept and I felt a dream. No.
Okay.
Pastor Toby said.
No. But so I mean, it has
to make sense. It's like that person, that trait that she has. If you guys are not working on it, it's gonna develop into this. And if it's not something I've even seen at all, and it's like, damn, that's a deal breaker for me. You already know that. The decision has been made.
I mean,
the back of your head, man. If this is something if this is something I can work on with her, man.
Yeah.
Someone over me has said something.
And you don't want to have regrets.
So you're telling me you meet a chick. Hold on. You're telling me you meet a chick, y'all vibing. Let's say you semi-see a future with her. You introduce her to mom, and mom is like, yeah.
Mom is like, that girl is evil. Run away.
How does she know?
I mean,
she needs to explain. For me, I would need a logical something that actually makes sense.
This girl is vindictive. This girl is
how? Tell me, because I haven't seen it.
It's not
She's just meeting her for the first time. You've known this chick for 3 years. You've never seen no sign of this, right? And listen. Right, and then she come off jump and say this chick is evil.
Why do you think she's evil? We already talked about that. We're working on that. Right? Something I don't know. Imagine, you didn't know she was evil and your mom told her she's evil. And then your mom showed you some shit that this girl is evil.
How? What's she gonna show me that's gonna make me
some look, that look that they give you, that devil. She see me that look and it's like, oh shit, this is not giving me my spirit. I just feel like depending on the relationship you have with your mom and the experience, it's kind of varied, man. Me, now when I tell somebody's evil, I'm running away.
Stella just asked the question.
Oh God.
Stella said, she said, if your partner's sibling hits on you, would you tell them?
Immediately. Immediately.
This table we are shaking.
Yes. Something just happened.
Let me tell you.
You know that's when they will forward the message, screenshot the message, and FaceTime the person. Everything is happening at the same time. Like, yo, you saw that, right? Yeah, bro. Crazy, right?
I was always doing it. It's not me.
Please.
So,
this is a bastard.
So Jimmy, your brother said, he said, I beg you, Jimmy, all that one is story. He said, you have to jackpot from your parents before they hold your independence. You're a grown adult and you should make decisions based on the information available to you. Not
but we have to hear what they have to say. Just so we can hear what they have to say. We don't necessarily have to follow them. Just hear
but like Dee said, it's really like there's actually people out there who are 120% influenced by their parents. So those people will be hard for them to just outward.
I'd rather live with the regret of, man, I married this person, as opposed to, man, I didn't marry this person because of mommy and daddy.
Okay, no, I don't need to piggyback off that question. So what if is your father telling you that boy is an Olosho?
I know the same
That boy said, your father said, that boy is a bastard.
Daddy, I'm sorry. I'll start begging from the beginning. Daddy, I'm sorry, but I'm doing this. That's what I'm doing.
Because like, I always say that for guys, it's easy because
Daddy,
because you know, if your father should tell you that man is an Olo show, he's an Olo show. Trust me, if your father knows your father.
what proof does he have? What did he say that meant that no show? If you give him information based on what? Oh, people from his hometown. I know one man from 2 years ago that's an Olo show that from his say that
all those things
I'm
don't work.
Sorry, like I apologize in advance, but I'm doing it. Even want to see your grandchildren.
We will die here together if he cheats on me.
On this hill. If he cheats on me, I'll come back and say that
I will cry. You tell me sorry.
You welcome me back. I'm his baby girl. Yes, me. Hey.
Yo, so I had a question. So why do people, or why does society have this idea or this belief that it's the woman that raises the child? I could raise my child. Because they're like, oh, the woman raises you.
Cultural roles.
Raises up the child, blah, 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 blah.
It's just the way society has started. Like back in the day, women used to be the ones to stay at home. The men will go out and, break bread and come back with the bacon and, they'll eat.
Because now today, they say it's a job, so they will do that. Why you brought?
I mean, there's some people who women who want to take on that role and say,
we know
I want to be a home maker.
We know a bunch of guys that have children today, and you want to tell me that job is a one-person job?
It's hard, especially in this society.
It's a two-person job, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I feel like society started that way.
You can't leave your wife to do that.
Even if
you
the woman
never
is
sleep.
home by herself, it's still a two-person
You
job.
said you never sleep.
Definitely.
It's still a
If she
two-person
knows
job.
to you said you never sleep. It's just
I feel like it should be two people because the way society is today, man, you need 8 eyes on these children because people are badly behaved. Especially with Instagram, TikTok. Look at Mason, Jenna, whatever.
Mason.
And Courtney Kardashian's little son, Mason, out there on TikTok and Instagram talking nonsense. They have to delete it. You have to watch these children. They're wild.
It's America.
Nasty.
Wow.
Comes to America and he says it's
Let's move on. So John is saying that typically saying when it comes to women, the younger they are, the more they listen to their parents. The older they get, the more they don't listen to the parents.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
There's more emotional attachment and that fear of disappointing them when you're younger because you probably spend most time with them.
After a while, you just don't.
You got to know as the last born. Personally speaking, as the last born, I got the best of everything from my parents. So I spend most time with them. I enjoy them the most. So there's always that fear. I'm my daddy's girl. Like everyone knows it. So obviously there'll be that man. Daddy's mad at me. Like all of those things. But at the end of the day, man, I want to marry, I want to have my own family, I want my own children, so he can give me that, so.
Yeah, so Jimmy's brother says, Jida says that raising a child is a whole conversation on its own. Apparently it's both, he's saying both the people have to raise a child together. So Stella is asking, if you find out your dad had,
Hey. I don't want to be on this table.
Stella said, if you found out that your dad had an affair and has a secret child, would you tell your mom? Would you snitch?
No, fuck that.
I think
of course.
Yes.
All day.
Definitely.
All day.
Definitely.
Would you talk to your dad first? And get him to tell mom, or if he
I'll
talk to him and see what he has to say.
Actually, all this I'll talk. That way it's different. So it depends on the type of relationship you have. For me, I think it depends on the type of relationship you have with the father and with the mom. So if the relationship you have with your dad is a really like on a personal one and you feel betrayed, obviously you approach him first. You approach him first with your own disappointment and then tell him you need to do the right thing and come clean. But if it's a relationship where you don't even give a shit about the guy, you will tell the mother for
it. Like there's no brainer.
You just say, look, you just like, hello. Just drop the
I have
on
a
the table.
relationship with my parents, but I'll fight for both of them and I'll fight one of them for the other.
Here's a good question. Would you try to connect with the other child?
Before you go there, they're saying that since your daddy's girl, answer that question.
About what? Oh yeah, I'm definitely telling my mom. But I'm also want to tell daddy, how could you? I'm devastated and disappointed. How could you do this?
That's all.
Hey, tell me I'm not the last born.
Your parents are different.
The beginning will not resemble you.
What? No.
I mean, obviously I'm snitching.
Nah, I'm not snitching.
I'm snitching.
Why
is the
I'll call my brothers.
I will snitch. Because I feel like you were disrespecting our family.
Yeah, like,
You
you
give a fuck
know.
about us, so.
And like everything you taught us was a lie. What else?
Yeah, just the.
You know,
Everybody
Everybody
makes
knows
mistakes,
you are.
man. Don't be so quick to judge.
And then there's
No,
I mean,
on some real shit.
Mistake
Don't
was.
be so quick to judge. That's why my I'm asking, would you actually go have a conversation with him
I mean,
first?
a mistake for what you fell into.
I wanna know what was
Yeah,
Do people really
I'm not
cheat by
saying
mistake?
that. It's just,
I mean,
here's the thing. If you know your dad is a complete asshole, I get that. But if you're shocked by the fact that you know this, would you not have enough respect for like, you know what? Let me go find out this.
I'm still gonna talk to him because I'm like, Daddy, I know you have like, I heard or you have a child, right? Like, I'm not going to. It still doesn't stop the fact that it hurts. Like, and
Honestly,
also, you fell
if
into her
if-
vagina.
it depends
Wow.
What, you have a brother?
Yeah, I have two.
What if your brother was the dad? What if that was his situation? Because
Oh, same
you
situation. I'm
got
close
a
to my
close
brother.
relationship?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So-
check him, but that's
I'm
about
checking.
it.
I'm telling them. I'm going to be like, you have a child. That's disgusting. How could you do this? That's
Right.
you disrespected your marriage, you disrespected your wife and your family,
Yeah.
and
So you
you should
talk
tell
to
her.
him?
Otherwise, I'm telling her.
Yeah, okay.
I-
What
like-
if you went in good terms on good terms with the wife? Would you
Still,
say
it
that?
doesn't matter. Like it's just regardless of the situation of relationship I have with her. That's just
So the people really actually cheat by mistake, like
that's what they
this
say.
happened by
Oh,
mistake?
that's what they say. Oh my goodness, his penis was there and I fell on top of it. I didn't know what happened. It's not what it looks like. Oh no, slits.
Personally, I think so. I think it's a conscious decision to cheat.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Very funny.
there's a lot of
I don't
things
care.
that
Even if there's liquid,
there's a lot of things that are going through, like you offering your pint and like offering your leg.
Oh my god, I shouldn't be doing this. Oh my god,
Oh,
this is
God.
so wrong. I don't really hold on. My girlfriend will be disappointed. My husband will like this. Ah, Maggie, back pockets. Own it.
Yo,
I messed up.
my sister said, if any of my brothers cheat, and I find out, I'm beating them on sight.
Give this girl a medal.
Who's that, Olu? Who's that?
Give this girl a medal.
I'm beating them on sight.
It's unruly.
No, seriously, I realize like cheat by mistake.
No,
People out there say it's a mistake.
wait. Let me piggyback on that. So wait, we know your brother is so I have to pick on him. I'm sorry. So James is cheating, and you know his girlfriend. Are you going to snitch?
She will snitch. No, she will beat James first and then she will snitch.
What do you mean? Blood is thicker than water and alcohol.
Oh, so you won't snitch if your brother.
What's my business?
Cheating?
What I see? I didn't say anything.
What are you saying?
I did not say anything.
Jimmy?
I did not say anything.
Are you saying boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife?
Boyfriend and girlfriend.
Boyfriend, husband and wife, you say something.
If my brother's wife was cheating on him, I would snitch. If my brother was cheating on his wife, I would not say anything.
I want to throw this shoe on you.
Let us be real. Let us be 100.
Why?
100 about it. Because my niggas, it's my nigga.
Make a shit. Protecting house.
No. Here's the deal. So if I was in that situation, if
Which one?
No, if my brother,
Oh my god, I can't believe this.
listen, if my brother's wife or girlfriend was cheating, when I found out, I'll tell him, of course. But if he was cheating, I won't tell her. I'll tell him.
I'll tell him.
I'll tell him to stop the fuck.
I'ma check
shit
him.
he's doing. I'll check him.
And if he doesn't stop, we'll go and keep on doing
no
it.
way.
I will make sure he stops.
You make sure he stops. So every time you be holding his
Not even
penis.
that.
Every time you be holding it. Don't go.
He think that you go put person for guilt trip.
Okay.
No, seriously, I'm not going to tell her because look, that's the
end of their marriage if I tell her.
I will tell him to.
If I tell him, she
get
can
his shit
connect
together.
ways and
Are you seeing this?
we are biased, we're not right. We know we're not right.
And I just
We are not saying we're right.
This unruly behavior.
I'm just being real. It's the same thing that happens. Your friend, eh?
You know what?
When
Girls,
we
from now on, we start sticking together.
when we go in with
When we
our
see
wife,
cheating, we won't say
our wife means my guy's girlfriend.
And you
So if my guy decided that our wife is no longer anywhere, how is that my own business to come and tell you that I don't longer anywhere?
John in the comments is saying rubbish. But that's what you do. This is unruly. Oh my god. This is.
They said thank you, Jimmy, for being honest.
I'm just being real.
Thank you for confirming that men
Don't be
are not.
okay, no, let's be 100. So flip it. Girls, flip it. Your friend, your sister is cheating. Would you snitch?
Yes,
Would
so-
you go and tell my
I'll be like,
boyfriend that,
listen,
oh, so you go and tell your sister's
I'm going to be
boyfriend?
like, listen. I'm going to tell him like, listen.
Your sister's
you
boyfriend.
have this much
Just
as
say
confess.
family over everything.
All right.
No, but let's be real. Like I said,
Okay.
if my brother was doing
Okay.
something crazy, I'm not gonna tell the spouse. I'll tell my brother to.
Let me be honest. I won't say anything. Let me stop talking nonsense. This is my
Blood is
sister.
thicker than water.
But you talk to your sister,
Ah,
right?
That's my
Talk to your sister. Talk to your friends. I feel like I don't want to go meet the spouse. I'll talk to
Yeah.
you directly.
Let me be
Tell you
honest.
straight up.
Let me.
But also,
don't want to
if
stop.
I know the spouse was doing something, I will tell you as well.
If you don't want to stop, I mean, as at that point in time, I've done my own work. Oh.
Yeah.
According to the Bible,
That's a tough one.
God,
Man. That's a tough one.
just being good. I saw
And this-
something bad. I came to tell you, hey, dude, stop doing this thing bad. If you continue cheating,
And this is why most people don't like being friends with their
Okay, everybody. So
Hey, God.
my sister just said. So John said family over everything. She said STD over everything.
You
So
said
hey, we
that.
have a couple more questions before we even try to round up. So somebody brought up a question that like, do y'all believe in sex before marriage?
Is that a belief or that's just something that you do?
Well, let's not say that y'all believe, but would you have sex before marriage? What if the other person doesn't want to have sex before marriage? What do you do? Look at them sipping their drinks.
Wow, this freak is so beautiful.
maybe my red plantain. Your plantain is red.
So y'all wouldn't be with somebody that didn't want to have sex before marriage?
Yo!
So
I'll be.
I think it's all about again rules. If we met both
What are the
virgins,
rules? What rules?
if we were both virgins and we met and that's the plan we have, fine.
No, that's not.
When you have
situation.
tasted it.
If I was a bastard
Listen.
and
No,
you
no,
were just a regular girl I met and you don't believe in having sex before marriage, now to be very careful. So you have to understand where the guy is coming from, or whoever perspective is coming from. If I've been having sex for years, for donkey years before I met you, and then I meet you and I really like you, you know, us guys, you know, as much as we had everything, we always think about these things. By the time you say, oh babe, I don't want to have sex before marriage, it's always in the back of our head, but on G, you know. So if you, I don't know how to walk this line, because honestly, it's really like it's.
I mean, so I think you meet somebody, right, and you're trying to talk to the person. Eventually, you're gonna know that she's planning to not have sex, right? So this is still early to get to know somebody. So at that point, you decide, oh, I'm gonna keep talking to this person.
I think that's where bad decisions are made. You know, that's where you know that okay, this girl has told me she's not having sex before marriage. I know I want to have sex. Normally, the right side of me should leave this girl alone because she doesn't want it. You know, I want something different. I should leave this girl alone, right? But
You like her, you think
Conji.
she's pretty, she's cute.
you like her.
You just bookmark
you see something that she doesn't, and so you chase her, and then you know maybe you know you end up leading yourself. Just but I feel like
you marry fast.
if it doesn't, if you guys can talk about it at the beginning, talk about it at the beginning. And
No,
it doesn't.
because you like her already.
Because last somebody will have to give. Either you stop having sex or you guys have sex. Like that
So
tension
do you
is
think
always
you
going to
can
be there.
meet
You love.
somebody that is worth you deciding to wait?
Fuck yeah, of course, yeah. So yeah.
Energy. I like this. Will it be easy? It'll be hard.
I know, easy game. Yeah.
You'll be hard. There'll be
There's a lot of blood in my system.
rough patches.
A lot of
You get to a point
ice
where
packs
You know,
and
there
stuff
will
like
be
that.
days. I mean, there will be days where you would.
So Jennifer said you have to sample the package first.
Wow.
Then this person Frank Ben says, this is probably Ben, right? Ben saying, ladies need to know if the manhood is working. Jimmy say, Deji said you gotta experience it before you lock it up. God forgive me. You shouldn't. We know this, but we keep it real. Oh shit, Chicken
We
said,
are told
if
before
you
we
really
can.
love
Can't be
him-
saying all this about children.
if you really love him, I think you should wait. That's what Chicken said. So yeah, you know. to each his own. If you really love him, I think you should wait.
Man. So okay, but what if you think you love this person?
And then you now sample it and you're like, no, this is not what I wanted. The person has just wasted it for nothing.
On some real shit,
Or you.
though.
Because
And then
solution,
now
because you don't
you
know
are saying men are
at
trash.
that point in time, things are going on. You have emotions are probably controlling most of your decisions.
Okay.
So, are you trying to tell me that you see this? You're not pull up to the house.
Just a different viewpoint. Is sex the only thing that we value in a relationship, or is there more?
I feel like, but the thing is, that sex could just, you know,
Is it
Well, no, I get
is it
that.
tomato?
sex could just,
I'm thinking about what you said. What if it's not
You know when
exactly
you're
what you
blaming
thought it
your
would be?
pay, you know what after you put everything inside. That's what.
That's what mixes it up.
It just
It makes
mixes
it
everything.
great.
I think.
yeah, sex is not everything, but I feel
So,
like,
if the sex wasn't that good, but everything
Soup,
else
you know
about
my-
that person,
You can. I think based
Still,
on
no
what I've seen on the internet and
But
TV
everything else is
and
good.
based on research, you can teach someone anything.
Yes.
okay.
So,
Sex is the easiest thing to teach somebody.
oh really?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
it is.
Some people are
Wow,
bad at it.
doctor.
Some people are bad at it,
Whoa.
but you know you can always. Someone that is
teach
bad.
Yes, doctor.
There's some
Can't see
things.
some people.
Hey, there's some all the people in this room are disagreeing with me,
You
but
can't see some people.
trust me, there are some things you can. I didn't say
I'm not
everything.
disagreeing with you.
I mean,
I
there's
think it's possible.
Question to take home for next week. Can you teach somebody sex?
You can teach
Let us
someone
go on
concepts. The concept is sex, but the
You can
main
teach. I
thing.
think you can teach someone how to please you.
Yes,
That you can
Yes.
do.
yes.
That you can
So
do.
you don't have to see the whole Kama Sutra. That's the K.
There's something wrong.
Okay. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in.
Sorry.
We'll do this again sometime soon. Like I said, just keep your questions coming in and we'll keep going. Questions are still coming in. Shit. Jimmy, they say you should be careful. Let me just run through the
Careful about what?
I'm gonna run
I
through the
don't say
comments
anything
real
now.
quick. Let me run through the comments real quick. Jimmy just said be careful.
People in that chat, I'm very afraid.
John said you have to have an open mind to learn. That's facts. If the person is not trying to learn, then you can't really teach them.
Unless you're already a superstar, then you learn anything.
I be monster.
And then let me keep moving. Yeah, what's that special?
Yes, Sunday.
Febechi, what if they're not into your kinks?
What is that?
If you're not into my
Kinks.
the things that are like
Is that before or after I found out that
like
doesn't want to have
if the
sex?
person's not into what I want them to do, then there's really nothing. Like, what are you going to do?
Well, one chance, because we're about to marry already, Abby. And I don't know because this is the first night of our wedding. And then I said I want to do something. You don't say no.
Fraudulent behavior.
Fraudulent behavior.
Annulment.
I think you should collect a refund.
Annulment. Send
Just get
send
a
back
refund
the
and
right
just
price.
remove. Because, dude, you want to do and she said I want to just lie down.
You know,
boy,
you want to be using her call.
maybe it will not get
Hey, I think we're done. I think we're done. Hey, good conversations.
I tried finish 17.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
We appreciate it. We'll do it again.
Bye.
Hey, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to
At cTalk, follow Checkmate Night on
IG.
IG.
And she doesn't have social media. She's not.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
I don't really care. Don't
Hey,
bother.
thank you for
No
tuning in.
DMs to slide in.
Don't.
No
If your
DMs
my
to
DMs
slide
are
in.
blocked, I beg.
You never have DMs.
My DMs are blocked. Don't come in. Please. Right. We done.